Hey fellas, how you doing there? Frankie Day here. Okay fellas, this is video 2 this evening. This is video number 11 on my USS Airizona by Truimpeter on a scale of 1 to 200. Okay fellas, I'm back on this again. I'm trying to get it all done. So I'll be working on this for a while and I'll resume back to the CSS Alabama. Okay, I spent about a good hour and a half dusting her off real well. Make sure she's all dusted and clean. Wasn't that much dust on her, to tell you the truth. I had it pretty well covered up, fellas, you know, so just a little bit. It does kind of give her a little dust over a little bit here and there. And so I'll just show you the progress I've done on the last video and discuss what I'm going to do next on it as the build progresses. Okay, guys, this is yeah, like I said, this is video 11. And so I should have video 12 on this probably by Tuesday. Okay guys, let's go over and take a look at this Airizona right here. There she is right there, fellas. That's about as far as I got on her so far. And she's completely dusted off and cleaned. I got to do some more painting, touch-up painting here and there. On that mast over here, on this magnus fire control station, this is all been primed already, and I got to add the photo etch rails that go on top of the searchlight platforms, and also the gun director platform too has to have the rail work done all around it. And when that's done, I got this is a whole assembly here. It's got to be masked off here with sea blue, and from here on top side would be completely pale white. And the same thing on the forward control station. I've already got the railings done on already, photo etch railings, so that's pretty much done right there. It needs to be painted again over here in this section. Even with the funnel line, it's got to be masked off and painted deep dark sea blue as the ship itself is painted, and the rest can be pale gray, which is like an off-white color. I've got all the work boats, Admiral's launches, 40-foot jolly boats, 50-foot jolly boats. All the cradles have been assembled. And they've got the captain gigs back here in this area has been assembled. And so the identification color on the Rainbow 5 on the Airizona, its tops were painted like a red color. The 75th Battle Division that it was in, and somehow on all battleships of the battle line, their turret number 3 was never painted on top because of the catapult system. Imagine. And the Airizona was the only battleship at Pearl Harbor that was painted 5S, and the rest of them were painted measure 32, which is a 5D, which is a dark battleship gray, and pale gray for the tops of the fire control stations. And so the reason why the Airizona had a different color is because at the time she was in dry dock after having a collision with the USS Nevada, the Admiral Kimmel said, well, as long as she's in dry dock, might as well paint her the new paint color, and we'll get the rest out there too. Get them painted up too. And so the plan of the day for deck division was to turn to and start painting the ships this color here. But it never arrived because then December 7th came to view, and so the rest is history. There's a lot of controversy between the colors of the Airizona, folks. For years I always thought it was a dark gray color myself, but when Operation Rainbow 5 came in, there was color-coded war plans. These plans were more or less, they had all the capital ships of the battle line to have the funnel tops painted different divisions. And they'll swing out a little bit more. If you'll allow me here, it's pretty big. This thing's about 1 meter long, guys. And you can see how much I got done on it. You got your casement guns, are all movable and everything. And got the funnels on there. Incidentally, folks, all this will come off. The whole bridge will come up to so I can be able to add more photo etch fittings. So right now I pretty much know where I'm at now in this thing. What I need to do now on this, I need to go ahead and start working on the ship's boats and get the ship's boats all done. But I'm not going to have them installed yet because I've got rail work to do. So what I'm going to do right now, folks, is get all my lifeboats, get all my work boats, jolly boats, launches, captain's gigs, admiral's gigs, and get them all completely assembled and painted, and I will assemble them last. I put them on top of their boat cables. But for now, I want to get everything completely done, all the photo etch done, everything all painted. And lastly, I'm going to start working on the. I'm going to finish up by adding the rail works on it, and add some more details. And that'll be that. And I'll sing out a little more if I can be able to pass that little jar right there, which is an obstacle. Okay. Alrighty. They got more over here, fellas. Got the deal, the 5-inch case with 5-inch 25 casement guns. It shows you this thing's a very true dreadnought, guys. You know, all pre-World War I, and I can see why something like this, in the event of war, had to be upgraded at most. But that's all we had because the Washington Treaty Program permitted this, and plus the military they never envisioned that we could be under attack, and so therefore, folks, everything else is history on this thing. So I got her out. She's all cleaned out now, guys. So what I'm going to go ahead and start finishing up the fire control stations and have them mounted in there, and go ahead and start working on the boats, get the boats all done, and all 7 of them lastly. And everything else, when everything else is all fitted out, I'm going to go ahead and put the railings on there. Put the rails across here, have them painted the same. And do some rigging on her. And when she's all done, December 7th, 1941, which would be December 7th, 2015, should be done. And I'll make a special video of this for that event. And a very beautiful ship she was at one time, folks. She's not at this entirety no more. So I guess when that Type 97 dropped that Kate dropped a high altitude bomb and dropped that bomb, 765 kilogram bomb right through there. That's where the bomb hit. Hit that, it went through all the decks down below, and it stopped, and when it blew up, hit the magazine. The rest is gone. The rest is history. Okay, folks, just as far as I got on the big Airizona right here, and she's pretty much done in her entirety, but we got a lot of fitting out, and a lot of painting to do on her, and she's gonna be a beautiful ship when I get done with her, fellas. So our Mr. Gary Brinker ought to be really happy that old Frankie Day's back on the Airizona. And by the way, Gary, I use this blush brush right here. It works good. I keep dusting just like I'm doing right now. Thing is clean as a whistle. Also, blush brushes, folks, too. Another thing too, while I'm handy here, is right here. Use this kind of blush brush right here. You get a packet of blush brushes in the female apartment where they sell their stuff at and everything, you know. So these make pretty good dust brushes for hard to reach places where this big John right here misses. So it's very important to have that kind of stuff there, fellas, for your dusting. So I get the thing all done. The Airizona goes in the dust cover. I got a dust cover I already built for her. All I gotta do is place over and she's all done. Okay, guys, that's about it for video number 11 on the update of the USS Airizona by Truimpeter.